My number is 408-535-4800. Call me. We want clean tech companies. We want to help them start here, stay here, and grow here. And we aspire to work at the speed of business because we know that time is money, and that's one of our assets, is that we can work in a timely and quick way. We wouldn't have nano solar and solar power here if we hadn't been able to work on very short time frames. Same thing with Tesla. Wouldn't have gotten a Tesla factory without being able to work at the speed they needed. And it is hopefully the birth of a new industry. And to have that here in Silicon Valley is a huge statement for us, and it fits right into our strategy to be the world center of innovation for clean tech. And it means that they'll be close to the innovation, which is why they want to be here, and it'll help build our clean tech industry. Our long-term goal is 25,000 clean tech jobs, and they will attract other clean tech jobs. Our ability to move quickly is the key to actually getting the deal with Tesla. So I heard about it on, I think, June 30th, and on June 2nd I started making the phone calls to the chairman, Elon Musk, and the CEO, Zeb Drury, so on July 2nd, to convince them that they should look at San Jose, because San Jose wasn't even on the list of places they were considering. So I just said, we have sites that I think will meet your requirements, and more than that, I can put together a development team that'll make it easy for you, that'll work with you, help you solve your problems, and work on your schedule. So working at the speed of business is what we call it. And we're able to do that, and 78 days later, we announced the deal. We have done some financial incentives with other solar companies, Nano Solar, Solar Power, Styon, and companies that are located in San Jose, each less than $1 million, and in help with acquiring equipment, trying to help pay for the sales taxes on investment, which is one of those crazy California things, or taxing investment, to help offset that and provide some training support to help them retrain Silicon Valley workers into solar technology. With a solar project, power purchase agreements is one of the ways that are currently available to work on other people's money. We have a good example here with the San Jose Unified School District, one of the largest, probably the largest solar installation of any high school district in the country is underway, being financed by Bank of America, installed and managed by Chevron, and the school district is not writing a check. They're actually going to save money on it. So they've done it completely with somebody else's money. We have to figure that out for ourselves and to demonstrate to other cities how that can be done. So that solar with waste to energy, for example, there are private sector companies that would like to come in and use our land and process whatever's left in our garbage into fuel, or process our sludge from our sewage treatment pond into fuel. They're proposing to pay for that with private sector money. We have land and we got garbage. We put the two together and let them build the facility. Now, we'll see if that comes to pass, because talk is cheap and money is really expensive. But those are the kinds of examples of how to do it, and other public-private partnerships where we can help somebody create a product and save some money for ourselves in the process, and then fund things out of the savings. So your basic energy conservation measures, we have already saved about $30 million since 2001 on energy conservation. So one of the ways we do it now is when we do something that conserves energy, we can get a PG&E rebate. We take that rebate and we recycle the money into other energy conservation programs. Working with utilities on that because we can see the places where that application can help us and help our community, but ultimately it's utilities that are either going to be leading the way or blocking the road. But smart buildings, we don't necessarily need a lot of help from utilities on smart buildings, but on smart grids or microgrids or energy conservation districts, right now we probably need legislative changes or Public Utility Commission changes, and utility companies need to help us on that in order to be able to do it. But so far PG&E has been a partner of ours, and we've worked well with PG&E on many projects. And we just have to sort out the problems. We have to solve their problems as well as our problems, and it just takes a while. That's part of the bureaucratic inertia that's slowing down the growth of the industry. Well, we hope we don't have to make bets that are long shots, that we can narrow down the risk and be thoughtful about what we're doing. So with GigaOM, we have a collaboration, a demonstration partnership, as we call it, where we're working with them to figure out how to make their system work on our light posts so that you can plug in any electric car or plug in hybrid at one of our light posts. So, but there are lots of problems, bureaucratic hurdles at the PUC and the state legislature that we have to overcome. So during the process of working that partnership, we got into it with GigaOM after doing, usually we'll do some sort of request for interest, see who's got something, try to figure out what is the best fit for us, and then work with them, and then come out with a product, hopefully, that we can then buy. Of course, other people could compete. Ultimately, when we get around to buying, it's a competitive place, and we have to open it up to competition. But what we're trying to do is to not prejudice somebody like GigaOM, who works with us, and then later, when we go out to buy products, somebody says, oh, you can't let them bid because they have the inside track because they worked with you. So we're trying to think ahead on that. When we get into vehicle purchases, we're going to make a competitive decision when we get around to buying vehicles. Now, choosing to buy electric or hybrid or some other combination is a decision that our people make on a regular basis. You just have to evaluate it at the time and try to hedge our bets. So if we have electric cars, as long as they meet the needs and the specs, we'll be okay. Now, technology comes along and we get a better product and it turns out the electric cars weren't the best, well, we'll be rolling the fleet over in a few years, and we'll roll them out and roll into whatever is next.